I want you to imagine that you're walking in a field of grass. You don't have any education. You've never been to church, never picked up the Bible. You're just simply walking in this field of grass. You're noticing the trees, the rocks, all these beautiful things around you. But then you trip up on something, and when you look down, you see that it's a watch. You've never seen one of these before. But as you pick it up, you start to play around with it. You see that it has a latch to latch around your wrist. You notice that it has a second hand, a minute hand, and an hour hand. You notice that it even has a place for the date and the day. You see it has a knob on the side in which if you pull it out, you can change the minute and second, minute and hour hand along with the date. And as you begin to take apart the watch and observe its different qualities, you realize that this device has a specific function to tell time. You realize that it has these different components that were purposely put together to work together for its purpose. Now, would it ever come into your mind that perhaps this watch simply appeared from out of thin air? Would it ever occur to you that, oh, this is something that maybe the field just produced? No. If you were honest with yourself, you would realize that this watch had a maker, had a creator somewhere. And perhaps they even wrote their name on the back, made in Taiwan or made in China, or maybe Rolex made it. Either way, you know that this watch had a specific creator because it gave this watch a specific function. There's so many qualities in here purposely put together that it wouldn't even cross your mind whether or not this device had a creator. You know, see, there's something about that watch. It has what's called specific complexity. See, there's things that are complex, but then there's other things that are specifically complex. For example, you've played the game Scrabble before, and if you were to take a handful of letters and throw them on a table, they would be randomly put there, all these different letters. Now, that would be complex, but there would be no specific complexity about that, just a bunch of random letters. However, if you took those letters and you were to form word after word, sentence after sentence, and somebody came upon that table and saw all those sentences that were put together there, that would be specific complexity. That would show that somebody took the time to formulate those words, to create something specifically. The human body is made up of billions of cells. If you take one cell out of the human body, put it under a microscope, you won't see just a big blob. You'll see specific complexity. You'll see different components in that cell, the mitochondria, other parts, that have a specific purpose. Now, if you take one of those cells and another cell and put some of those cells together, you'll have tissues. And each tissue has a specific complexity in it. And if you take a lot of those tissues and put them together, you have organs. There's the liver, there's the heart, there's the lungs, there's all different kinds of organs which each have a specific complexity, all have a specific purpose to serve in the functioning of the body. But see, it doesn't stop there because each organ is a part of a system of the body, the nervous system, the cardiovascular system, all these different systems which serve a specific purpose, a function in your body. You see, the human body is so much more complex than a simple wristwatch. And it would never cross your mind to think that a wristwatch came out of thin air, but yet there are theories, I should say opinions out there, which state that you and I were simply made by chance, that we came out of thin air, that we came out of the Big Bang Theory. But if you think for even just a little bit of reasoning, if you put a little bit of thought into it, it would be literally impossible that a being like ourselves, with such specific complexity, with such purposes, could ever come about by chance. You and I were created. There is a creator which has purposely put us together. And yes, you may look around your life, you may see the pain and hurt that you're going through, and ask, what kind of purpose could I be here for? Well, let me just assure you, pain, suffering, tears, the different horrible experiences that you may have been through in your life, these were not part of that original purpose. On another video, we may talk about where did all this sin come from, where did all this evil come from that has caused hurt, that causes rape and all these different things. But please don't ever follow the misperception that these things originated with God. No, He has a far greater purpose, and though things have maybe detoured from what the original purpose was for this planet, He assures us, and millions have found comfort in establishing a relationship with Him. This Creator wants to be known and has made Himself known through many resources, through many ways. I know the world may not say so, but if you were to even start to do a tiny bit of research, you would quickly see just how much He has revealed Himself and made Himself known. My prayer is that you, like many others, will discover that one, that God is real, and that two, He's a very personable God that can make such a big difference in your life. You can always see more at www.onetruegospel.com. Again, that's ONE, truegospel.com. May God bless you.